so that we can expand our dream circle. And I put this picture on here because, I spent over 20 years in martial arts teaching it and have taken over 3 world championships. And, to do that, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time spent waking up early mornings and going to bed late before everybody else and later than everybody else. And, it's the commitment that you put into something that will help you to succeed. And so, I put this up here because how many hours have you clocked today? Because, in working any business, traditional, community commerce, network marketing, home-based business, you have to know that by putting time into it, what happens? You get better. And really, that is the key. That's our ultimate goal, is that we want to succeed. We do want to get better at what we do. And who doesn't want our businesses to look like that? Right? How do we build a business that is strong and built on a solid foundation to be able to have it, sprout out, to be able to cover the United States, to be able to have that growth? Now, mind you, you look at this picture and you say, well, boy, we all want that, but how can we do it? Well, you don't do it alone, right, Eric? It takes what? Teamwork.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I think that, working together as a team, utilizing the leadership that you have and that's on this webinar right now, we're here to help you succeed to be able to do this because we've done it. We've developed teams that have gone into the tens of thousands of people and even more, creating substantial income, not just for ourselves, but for our friends. And so to develop this, there's certain things that we have to do. And, you wonder, how can I attract other people to what I'm doing? What is it that I can do? And I put this picture up here. It's a little comical, but the truth of the matter is, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie or read the book, The Laws of Attraction, the physical laws of attraction. What attracts people to you? What will attract people to your business? And so much has to do with ourselves, our attitudes. And so there's techniques. And this evening I want to be able to share a few, and Eric's going to share a few techniques that we've learned over the years to succeed, so that if you can take a few of these little tidbits of information, nuggets of information we're going to share with you, I believe that it can save you a lot of time and energy and monies, where you can just get on to doing what you do best, and that's helping other people and helping you guys achieve your dreams. So again, it starts with you. And once you analyze that, you think about it. If you go to your job, or if it's you're an entrepreneur and it's your business, if you just stand there, what happens? You're not going to get any work done, and you're not going to create any income. So it's about work. It's about your mindset. It's about you being able to wake up in the morning, go out and do something to be able to better yourself and to better your business. So it requires changing your mindset. And sometimes that's not always the easiest thing to do, because, we all, carry that wagon behind us, and that wagon's full of things that perhaps have created things in our mind as to what we believe we can and cannot do. But the honest truth is that we're all capable of achieving whatever the next person can. What makes one person successful and the other one not? It's a mindset. It's your willingness to be able to do and to go after your dreams and your goals. And I love this comment on the slide. Next it says, get excited. How many people, do you think will draw? You had that picture of that magnet that was on the slide there. How many people do you think are going to draw if you're like, I got something I'm pretty excited about? Do you really think that people are going to draw to you? No, it's that positive spirit, that positive attitude, that is what's going to help you guys to succeed at what you're doing in building a home-based business and building community commerce. And you have to love what you do, and what you do will love you. Does that make a lot of sense? So if you love what you do, people around you are going to see it. They're going to want to be around you so that they can have what you have. What are you on? Linda and I were on a cruise not long ago, and, we're just hanging out, and we're excited to be there. We're excited about life, and people are like, what are you on? you know what? We're on life. We're excited to be alive. We're excited to have and do what we can do to be able to go out and help people. And that's the way we have to feel about the business that we're in, this home-based business. But there is a few essential points that we need to understand. You know, we're going to get into a little bit about how to invite people and to bring them into and to see what you have to attract people to your business. But before we do that, there's steps that you have to take in order to truly succeed at what you do. And you know, if all of you are you know, watching and looking at this slide presentation, I know there's many on the phones right now too that don't see this, but you know, say it over and over again in your mind and in your head that faith, trust, confidence, and belief is such an essential part in your business. You need to have faith in yourself, the company, the business, the model, and the leadership. How do you develop that? That's the key, is to, if you know, when my guess is that by you guys listening to Eric and myself, that you know that we believe in what we're talking about, and we're excited in what we're saying, and that draws people to you because they know that we have something that can make a difference in people's lives. I know that, and so I'm attracting those type of people that are looking for that as well. So, you know, faith, trust, confidence, and belief. Say it over and over again. So faith and confidence in the business. You know, home-based businesses is the model of the future. Wouldn't you say that's true, Eric?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so this is something that, you know, I believe that if you can show people a business model like the Fast Track that Eric is the author of, show them a model that they can do, that they, you know what, you have leadership that will help you to utilize the Fast Track system to be able to help you succeed. You know, a good friend of Eric's and mine who actually, you know, one of the best in the world in network marketing, you know, he said a few things that, you know, really struck home. And, you know, one of the things he said to me, he says, you know, you can go out and work the next 40 years of your life, or you can go out and find 40 people that want to have a better quality of life. And so myself and Eric made the decision that, you know what, we're going to go out and find 40 people. And we're going to build that trust, faith, confidence, and belief so that people can understand that we have something that some of the best in the world. Eric talked to you about Robert Kiyosaki, about Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Sam Walton. All of these guys have built businesses and empires on the business model that we're sharing with you. So if they can do it, you and I can do it. You can succeed. But to be able to walk with that confidence makes so much difference in, you know, what we do and how people react to us. Now, I'm going to tell you something that, you know, to me, I realized is so important, you know, in utilizing the people that in your team. You know, community commerce, and you're going to hear, you know, different words and terms. Community commerce, network marketing, home-based business, it's all the same. You know, no matter what business you're in, we're networking. And so to have a home-based business with a model that we can pursue and have people that are willing to help you succeed. You know, the center of that circle there says success. That's the main goal of everybody that's on this call, to be able to help others to be able to achieve and to succeed in business. Whatever business you have, this business model will help you to succeed. But what I wrote on the bottom here, it says utilize your upline to help you succeed. Now, who is your upline? What's that mean? You know, Eric and I were talking before the call that, you know, you can't go into your boss and say, you know what, I want to be able to make just as much money as you do. And I want to be able to do the same thing that you do. Will you show me how? How many people are going to show you how to do that? Well, they'll be afraid you're going to take over their job. They're going to turn around and walk away. Well, the beauty of community commerce, network marketing, home-based business, whatever you're going to call it, is that you have people that want to help you succeed, because by you succeeding, they succeed and everybody else succeeds along the way. So who do you look for? You know, look for the person who is actively working the business to help their team. And that's who you reach out to. Reach your hand out, grab their hand, because I can promise you that they're going to say, come, let me help you to succeed. If you called Eric, if somebody said they needed help, what are you going to help them do?
Well, I'm going to help them succeed and lay out a plan. You know, the reverse side of that is how many people do you have coming up knocking on your door saying, hey, I'd like to personally take you under my wing. It's not going to cost you a dime. I'm going to travel for you, whether anybody shows up or not. I'm going to explain our wonderful products to some of your people. I'm going to take the time to show you and some of your potential business partners how to succeed. I'm not going to charge you one dime, and I want to help you earn a six-figure income. I mean, there's no other place in business where you'll find that.
That is true. Absolutely, Eric. Thank you. You know, having the right team means so much, and developing the right culture means so much. And so, you know, being able to be part of something from the ground floor with a successful product and a successful model that's been proven, that's pretty exciting. You know, now we all can sponsor people in this business. You know, we all can enroll people in this business, but which one do you choose? You know, I choose to be a sponsor. A sponsor is somebody who's willing to teach and to help, because I can enroll 100 people and they may not do anything because they didn't learn the system. But I can choose to sponsor one that can bring in thousands. And sponsoring means teaching somebody the right way to succeed. That's what makes Asante so different, is that we want you to succeed. We're working in depth with our team to be able to help them, to teach them the system, to mentor, to show them goals, you know, to motivate, give them vision and teach. And guess what? You know, when you get off track a little bit, to say, hey, let's get back on track. Let's go out there, you know, and get this done. So this next slide, you know, I find quite interesting, because I want you to imagine for a moment that you are getting ready, prepared for a dinner. And you, for guys, you know, you go and you put your nice suit on and tie, and women, you put on your fancy dresses and high heels and jewelry, and you're getting ready to go out. My question to you is, which table would you like to sit at? What table is more attractive, and what table is more appealing to you? Well, I think everybody would say the table on the left. Why is that? You know, if you look at the table on the right, it's got the right tools. You got the chairs, you got the table, place for people to sit, place for the food to be. But why do you lean toward the table to the left? Because it's inviting. It's attractive. It makes you want to be there. So although you may have the right tools, now the technique is to be able to teach people the right way to be able to attract people to what you have. And how do you do that? What's the best way to do that? Well, again, we talked about it earlier. It starts with us. It starts with our presentation. And, you know, this all develops into the art of inviting. So you want to invite people to hear what you have, but you want to do it in a way. Listen, if you put too much on the table, people aren't going to want to sit there. If you don't put anything at all, like the table on the right, people aren't going to want to sit there. So somewhere between too much and nothing at all is where people are going to want to be. And that's what makes that table attractive. It's simple, it's enticing, and it's inviting. And that's how we want to be in our presentation with people. So in order to do that and to present in a way that we're confident and in a way that attracts people, we have to be confident in what we do. So confidence is the first step to a successful invitation. So if you're not confident and you truly don't believe in the system, and if you don't believe in the company and you don't believe in your leadership, it's going to be seen in the way you present. It's going to be seen in what you say. That confidence is powerful. And again, like I said, when I talk, you know that I believe in what I say, because I know we've done it, we've been there before, and we have helped thousands of people around the globe to be able to succeed. The road to confidence is paved, and I want you to really get this point, by daily accomplishments. The road to confidence is paved by daily accomplishments. When you look at this picture and you see this person hanging by a cliff, you know, a lot of people would say, well, I would never do that. Well, guess what? This just didn't happen overnight. It took time, you know, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort to be able to perfect it and to say, I'm confident enough that I can be able to put that rope around me, and I can go ahead and glide down that rope to the next level. Well, it's no different in a home-based business. That confidence is developed, and what you may be lacking in that confidence, I want you to understand that you utilize the people that have brought you into this business to be able to help you succeed, to give you the confidence that you need. So that's what's the beauty of a team, is that it's able to give all of us together what one lacks, somebody else might be their strength. So together we build confidence, and we can help people to understand that we have something that is truly valuable that can make a difference in your life. But now, how do you take and do or schedule these daily accomplishments? Eric, if you could take a moment, and as we go to this next slide, and just talk about maybe the importance of being able to have a schedule and what we need to do with that schedule on a daily basis.
Sure. And actually, before I was full-time in network marketing, I was in medical sales. And in my early 20s, I was selling lasers to plastic surgeons and dermatologists that did non-invasive procedures. And it was quite a jump for me to go from karate instructor to medical sales. But my mentors and the people who identified me, had faith in me and said, hey, I want to give this kid a shot because what I was doing, in my daily life. And the thing that they taught me is that, I needed to have appointments. And I learned this because when I was on the job training, the expert came into town. At that time, I was selling this brand new technology that everybody knows about now, but I was one of the first to have it, which was microdermabrasion for skincare, right? Where it's a mini sandblaster for your skin. And I was living in Seattle, Washington, and we went out on 4 or 5 appointments. It was on-the-job training for me. Seattle was my territory, and my mentors came along with me. And of these 4 to 5 appointments, 2 of these machines got sold. And the guy who hired me, who was also my martial arts instructor that owned this medical sales company, said, well, congratulations, you just earned $6,000. I said, I didn't even do anything. Well, this is your territory. This is how you learn. So I correlated to that is that, okay, hang on a second. So there's a certain amount of doctors that I have to give demonstrations to, and out of a certain amount of demonstrations, I'm going to get some sales. So I focused on my day planner. Back then I was into Franklin Covey, the Franklin Covey day planner. And I opened up the Yellow Pages in my early 20s, and I started in dermatology and plastic surgery, starting with A. Dr. Anderson and going to Z. Dr. Zemplenny, true names, and all I did was focused on filling up my day planner. What was I doing? I was inviting them to see an opportunity to bring patients into their practice, a new technology. I wasn't so concerned if all 250 doctors in the Yellow Pages got it. I just knew if I stayed consistent every single week, having the discipline to do those daily things on a regular basis, I was going to earn income. You know what happened? I applied that to network marketing. My life has never been the same. If you have people in your business, for every 5 people that take a look, this is a science, 1 is going to join you. My question is, how many people are in your day planner this week, or after this call, how many will be in your day planner this week?
That's great, Eric. And that's so important. I wrote this saying here on the right because Linda constantly says this to everybody we talk to, that daily disciplines done daily builds character and creates success. Everybody say this to yourself, and we'll say it one more time. Daily disciplines done daily builds character and creates success. Mm-hmm. And so
that's right.
If we sit and we make a schedule, listen, I know that everybody, can't spend 4 hours a day in doing this because you have jobs. or you're self-employed, and I know there's many self-employed people on this call right now and have had a lot of success and want to be successful with Asante. And so daily disciplines done daily builds character and creates success. Don't ever forget that. So if it's half an hour a day, if it's an hour a day, if it's 2 hours a day, whatever you can commit, set that time aside and don't ever change it. Make the commitment, because you know what? Goals are important. Goals are essential for what we do. But goals aren't always practical until we make a schedule of events on a daily basis to be able to help us reach it. So, you look at the little pie that's made on the bottom there. Obviously, faith and family are the most important things in our lives. We want to make sure that we take care of them first and then separate the rest of our days between work and business and the family. But let's take Asante, guys, because you're on this phone call right now because of Asante. Let's take, we'll take an hour for an example each day. What do I do? And so many people say, I don't have an hour each day. You're wrong. You do. And you're going to say, oh, Steve, you can say that. No, you do. How long does it take you to drive to work? How long does it take you to drive home? After you eat dinner, instead of watching TV, how much time do you have? You can find an hour. So again, daily disciplines done daily build character and create success. So take a lot of time every single day and schedule invites to your friends to hear about this opportunity that we have that could open their eyes and make a difference in their lives physically and financially. So don't change it. It's when you start scratching them off and saying, well, I don't need to do this today, that the success begins to dwindle. Linda and I, have built networks of success, and we have created and helped people to do the same, but it all started with the daily disciplines. Look at what you're doing on a daily basis, and you'll be surprised the amount of time that you actually have that you can go out and, build this business and create success. And here's what I want you to know, that you can call Eric, you can call myself, you can call Michelle, you can call Linda, and I can promise you we'll answer the phones and say, you know what, I have an hour a day, I need a business plan, what should I do during that time frame? And we will help you to do that. And, we'll help you. The biggest part, and, why did I go through all of this to get to probably the one part you wanted to hear tonight is about the art of inviting and talking to other people. Because all of those things that we mentioned prior are essential for your success. It's essential in order for you to invite. So we have to understand that faith, confidence, and belief and trust are all important factors to get you to be able to invite people. How to build a prospect list, or how, or many people say, I don't know a lot of people in my area, or to be able to share this business with. Great, you're perfect for this opportunity. And they'll look at you strange. Well, how am I perfect? Because you don't need to know a lot of people. How do you build a prospect list? Eric, has been great in sharing, with, the fast track system. Shows you how to be able to build a prospect list, who you can go through. Go through your phone. Look for your bankers. Look for your friends. Look for your family. Look for your hairdresser, your nail person, whoever, you buy your suits from. There's people out there that are looking. We went to Macy's 2 or 3 days ago, and we bought a bunch of clothes, and the fellow that helped us there, he's like, man, I can't do this forever. I've been here for 6 years, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I can't do this forever, but I know I have a better calling. Wouldn't you say that's a great person to get his name and number? You can continue to build your prospect list, even though you don't know people, by collecting business cards, collecting phone calls, or collecting phone numbers, emails from people. Hey, you're a pretty sharp person. I have something that I might want to share with you. Can I get your phone number? Can I get your email? And I'm going to give you a little tip. Something that I know that Eric and I both have done over the years. I always carry a pad with me no matter where I go, with a pen and paper, so that when I talk to somebody, I actually hand them the pad, hand them paper, and say, would you do me a favor and write your name and phone number and email address on there, because I have something very important that I want to share with you. Okay? As simple as that. Yeah, sure, he actually has something important he wants to share with me. Absolutely, here you go. Now you actually have a a call that you can make that you can create a warm call with. Now, if you said and handed him your card and you said, hey, Eric, here's my business card. I've got something I want to share with you. Will you call me later? Do you think he's going to call you? He's not going to call you. No, of course not. So you need to find a way to get the phone numbers and, keep your list constantly changing. Linda and I have been doing this a very long time, and so has Eric and a lot of other people on this call. How do you keep that list constantly changing? By constantly putting yourself in front of other people in places, and this is what I say, actually try to catch somebody doing something good. If you're in the mall, if you're in the store, if you're in a restaurant, no matter where you're at, look for people doing something good. And you know what? Give them a compliment. And make sure it's a sincere compliment. I'll never compliment somebody that doesn't deserve the compliment, because then it's not sincere. Everything that we do about this business is in the people business to help other people to succeed. And so, if they have a great smile, man, you have a great smile. Somebody like you would do amazing in our business. Well, what's your business? Well, you know what? Why don't you give me your email and phone number? I have something very important I'd like to share with you. You're working right now. Now might not be the right time, but let me get that from you. You see how simple it is. And now all of a sudden, you have a warm call that you've already made contact with, and they're expecting you to be able to reach out to them now. They gave you that. That's the power of having a pad or your phone and have them put that in there. You can, these phones these days, they have a, it's like a computer. Just turn it around, have them program their information in it, and then you have it there. But they will always remember doing that, and they just gave you permission to give them a call. So, isn't that right, Eric? Do you have any other ideas on, how people can create, from a cold call to a warm call?
No, I think it's fun. I mean, one thing that, if you're expanding your list, go out and do it while you're dream building. I mean, go out and see the homes that you want to see, ladies, the purses and the shoes that you want to buy, the boats that you want to, go fishing on. Because what you'll encounter is a whole bunch of people that are working there, and you're killing two birds with one stone. You're having fun, but there are people there that are working there that are selling the things that they can't afford themselves. So it's a great way, if you know that Asante's giving you a free Porsche and you get to customize it down to every detail and pick out the kind of wood, the kind of leather, the kind of stitching on it. Well, go have fun doing that and maybe pick up a card, and if you ever have a hard time, remembering what to say to get somebody interested in the business, there's two things. Number one, you can either tell your story, right, or just tell the truth. And those two are not contradictory, meaning tell your story, meaning, I want to run something by you. You're a good friend of mine. My husband and I were sitting down and planning our goals for the New Year's, and with both of our incomes and the dreams that we have, when we penciled it out, doing what we're doing is not just going to make it. So we found this vehicle, and, we can't do it alone. So there's one way to just share your heart with people. Number two, I'm kind of direct. I like meeting people. I like asking a question. Hey, Steve, you're a home builder. Have you ever considered doing something entrepreneurial aside from what you're doing? That's a yes question. Hey, I'm building a network marketing business. Some people call it community commerce with phenomenal products. And I'm in the Florida area here, and I plan on building one of the largest organizations on the Southeast with a product that deals with chronic inflammation and a product that deals with weight loss. I'm looking to mentor 4 to 5 people to a 6-figure residual income in the next 12 months. Now, I can't promise this is a fit for you, Steve, but you know what? I like your personality. I think we should get together because you and I know information's never a disadvantage. So I like to say something simple and direct. A lot of these invites are in the fast track get started. There's several different ways. There's a direct invite. There's a close, warm market invite. There's a third-party invite. These are not things that I just dreamt up. These are things that work for me that have worked for me time and time again over 20 years, and they work for me 100% of the time. Steve has the same experience. He could ask somebody, hey, have you ever considered taking a look at community commerce? What's community commerce? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, I'd like to buy you a cup of coffee. So the bottom line is, whatever you say, if you're not saying anything, you're not going to get any results. I mean, you can sit in a fishing boat out in the middle of the lake and hope for the biggest trout. Unless you drop your bait in the water, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's great, Eric. And, you know, I think keeping it short, keeping it sweet, you know, is really the important thing. Go back to that table that we had to slide on. You know, what was attractive about it? What made you want to sit at that table? You know, it wasn't too much of a presentation, but it was just enough to want you to do there. So, you know, a lot of times we're saying too much. And listen, I have people in our team right now that all they're saying is, we're so excited, we got a hold of something, we found a way to help our family and friends get healthy and create some extra income. You don't want to miss this. I don't know everything, but I want to put my friend Steve on the phone.
Yep.
How simple is that? You know, and let us edify you as an individual with the business, as well as Asante, to be able to help you get your prospects in and build belief. Faith, trust, confidence, and belief. It goes back to that. But there's so many things, you know, little tidbits, you know, and direct ways they can say, you know, find your 20 seconds or 30 seconds that you feel comfortable with. Say it over and over again. I remember Linda used to laugh at me because no matter where I was, I would be preparing myself because I took it seriously. And, you know, just constantly talking to myself about how I felt until I felt comfortable with what I was saying. You know, we found a way to be able to help our friends succeed. I have something very important I want to share with you. Are you by your computer? I want you to look at 3 videos that I'm going to send to you, and when you're done watching them, give me a call, or I'm going to give you a call, and I want to see if you're as excited as I am. You have to keep the negative out, you know. It's not if you're interested or do you think that you'd like to watch. No, nobody's going to want to do anything. But when you make it about the people, never make it about yourself. Make it about the people, their dreams, their goals, their desires. You know, when I say find a way to compliment them, you know, Eric, you know, based on the things that I've seen about you with your skills and your mindset, if I can show you a way to be able to utilize your talents and your skills to be able to help you and your family create some additional income and your friends, would you be willing to sit down and look,
Absolutely.
you know, at 3 videos that could change your life forever? Guys, you see how simple it is? Sometimes we make it a little bit difficult, you know, by trying to say too much. Let the tools do the work. You know, the tools are there for you to use because, you know, you don't need to be the tool. Let the tools be the tools, because that's when people realize that there's a system into place that can help you succeed. So, you know, find a way to compliment people. Listen, people want to be loved. They want to be acknowledged. People want to have success. So when you meet people, build them up. Praise them, especially where they deserve the praise. Man, you've had so much success, and what I've seen in you, people are drawn to you. They're drawn to your smile. They're attracted to come to you. If I can show you how you can use that attraction to be able to help you and your family create some additional income, would you be willing to look at 3 videos? You know, Eric's may have a different presentation than mine, but what I want you to know is that you can borrow from us until you find your own, until you find what you're comfortable with, because that's really the key. This is what's been working for us and for those others that are on this webinar right now. Utilize that. You know, the presentation is everything. Don't be afraid to tell people that you don't know. You know, listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a product developer. When somebody says, well, can you tell me about all those details? I'm not going to try to be something that I'm not. You know what I'm going to say to them? Great question. You know, I don't have that answer for you, but I can tell you where you can go to find that answer, and I'll direct them to the right place. So nobody has to know all of the information, but keep it simple. Build that prospect list. You know, daily disciplines done daily. Remember that. You know, that's so important. You know, let's just make it a challenge for everybody on this call right now. You know, if you allot half an hour to an hour every day, find that space. If it's half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening, wherever it is for you, let's make a point to call 3 to 5 people every day for the next 30 days. I can promise you that you will have success. 3 to 5 people utilizing the tips, the nuggets that Eric and I have shared with you, you will have success. But most importantly, through the process of that, make sure that you call us on the phone. Call us and say, hey, I got this person on the line. They're excited in building the business. Can you talk to them? Hey, Eric, I've got this person who really loves this product. Can you give them a little bit more information about the product? Don't be afraid to get us on the line. All we're doing is validating the business.
And Steve, to kind of sum that up, I mean, basically what you're asking people to do is you guys were all professional connectors. You're going to connect people to the tools, which is the 3 videos. You're going to connect people to tools, you're going to connect people to your upline, or you're going to connect them to a meeting. If you can be the bridge for that person to get to the information, whether it's tools, a one-on-one, or a meeting, you will succeed if that's the only skill you ever master in this business. You'll sponsor more people than you'll ever know what to do with.
That's so true, Eric. And, we've done it. We know that it works. We know that developing a business plan, all we're doing today, I sat with 5 people and come up with a business plan to help them succeed based on the time frame that they have to be able to do it. We're here to help you succeed. The people that have brought you on this webinar want to help you succeed. Make sure whoever brought you on this call that you call them. Say, this is my goal. This is what I want to achieve. Can you help me with a business plan with this time frame that I have? Whether you want to go silver, whether you want to go gold, whether you want to go diamond in this business, we want to help you to achieve, because by doing the daily disciplines, you will achieve the goals that you want. You will be able to succeed in this business, and we're here to help you. Guys, I really appreciate it. I know we went a few minutes over this evening, but I know there was a lot of information we want to share with you, and we appreciate your time. Again, I want you guys to know that you can call Eric and I, Linda, Michelle, anytime. We're here for your successes, and I think if you need our informations, we'll just go ahead and email us, call us anytime, and we'll be able to help you out. Eric, did you have anything else you'd like to add before we go?
No, we'll see you next Monday for another webinar, and we look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, let's do a 90-day blitz, guys. We've got some serious momentum going on, and the train's moving forward. We want you all aboard.
Absolutely. Thanks again, guys. You have a great night. Thanks for joining us. And until next Monday, see you soon.
Okay.
God bless.
Bye, Steve. Thanks.